Welcome everybody, my name's Craig, this is Old School Car Audio, and as you can see I'm sitting in an old car. So this is a beautiful Ford Mark-1 Escort. Now, I have no idea how people drove these around. I'm 6 foot and I can barely get into the car without dislocating joints, so it's been quite an epic adventure to build a sound system for this car, so stay tuned. So as I said before, I literally had to bend myself into different positions with a few visits to the osteo after building this car, but it's been a great privilege, and I like the fact that the owners of these cars come with all these little details and ideas about what they want, do's and don'ts, and as you can see we take a lot of care and pride in our work here. Always have gloves on, always protect the cars when we're working on them, always have them in a safe space and away from other vehicles that we're working on. So anyway, let's have a look at this sound system we've done. Given it's such a small car, there is absolutely no space to put speakers in, even in the doors, and we definitely don't want to touch the original door trims. So we've fabricated some custom kick panels that complement the vehicle and tie in with the pattern in the carpet and the door and the colours, and I think they've come out beautifully. We've also had a look at in the trunk where everything will be covered up. At the moment it's exposed because we have a few extra things to do. So we put an 8-channel mini DSP in there and a 5-channel Image Dynamics amp. All that will be hidden away, and we'll have a little Image Dynamics ID10 subwoofer as well. And check out this motor, more carburetor than engine under the bonnet. Okay, trying to design a shape for the kick panel. I've fiberglassed it up, and now it's how it's going to look with a template and a speaker in it and then a grille over the top. And I'm coming up with sort of shapes like that. But one of the good things you can do is sort of like a template finder maker. Looking at the shapes on the door here, there's a lot of angles. These angles are like this, straight. The stitching and the pattern here it's all this angle. So I kind of get this shape happening here, like that. And I can try and translate that down into the kick panel. Problem is that's a little bit too large for what I want to do, but you get the idea. You can sort of get a starting idea of how this is going to look down here. So time to go and make something. Right, everyone, I wanted to just interrupt and say I've got a little secret to confess with this Mark-1 Escort. We're going to do a little secret upgrade for the owner. He originally didn't want a lot of bass, and we're putting in an ID10, which is a nice subtle sounding subwoofer. That's a lot of S's, subtle sounding subwoofer. Fills in the lows gently, and it would be beautiful in such a little car like that. But after listening to the front stage with those CS65s, it's really full and great amount of mid bass, and I'm thinking maybe I should give him a little bit more ability to have a little bit more sub bass if he needs it. So here we go. We have our fiberglass mold that we took. What we're going to do is I've trimmed that back, and then I've made a front baffle. This baffle sub is going to mount to that. This baffle will be glassed and resined. There's a special bonding resin you can get. So I'll build up a wall of fiberglass first, and then I'm going to bond that fiberglass to the MDF, because a subwoofer's got a little bit more vibration and pressure and force on it than you would have with a normal set of mid-range components that you might just sort of stretch the glass around. So that will be, we've got a template, we'll just push that in shortly and start glassing it up. And we've got our, that's the IDQ10. Great sub, 500, 600 watts, no problems whatsoever. Beautiful little sub. That will fit in this very compact. This is about, I think it's about 1.1 cubic feet. Yeah, that's right. Hello, yes. 1.1 cubic feet, 40 hertz. That's exactly what it will be. That's our 3dB roll-off. Our F3 is 40 hertz. What's our FS? Yeah, okay, 37 hertz is our FS. So that will get a nice sealed response. The curve here looks fantastic in theory. So I did model this before and it looked a lot like that. So yeah, this will sound nice. All right, time to get glassing again. So we have finished finally tuning the Mark-1 Escort. Honestly, I feel like I've got to dislocate my legs to get in and out of this car. It's so small. How people ever drove this thing, I don't know. So thanks for watching, everyone. It's been a great build. I've really enjoyed this car. A bit sad to see it go out the door, actually. Don't forget to subscribe at YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok now. So thanks for watching. See you next time.